Greetings, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm wearing a Casio, surprise, surprise. This is the A168 and a classic favorite of mine. But today I want to look at an Edifice. I've never looked at one of these before, and this is from Casio. Let's get started. Welcome to the desk. This is an Edifice from Casio, the EFB-108D. MSRP of $139, but I did pick this up on Amazon for, I feel, a bargain. $89+. Yes, I'm just like you. I buy my watches with my own money. Affiliate link will be in the description if you choose to check one out. Beautiful box. It's got sort of a linen-lined texture to it, but it's all about the watches. We always say, let's get this watch pulled out, and it feels pretty hefty. And there it is, our white brushed dial with some brushed stainless steel. And this is an all stainless steel watch, sapphire crystal. It's a quartz moved watch with date only. Let's pull off our protection, exposing that beautiful sapphire crystal. And there it is, first impression complete. Love that white brushed dial, as well as the 3-hand analog. Love the blue seconds hand, first impression. And wow, look at the polishing details on the sides. That looks incredible. And there's also some polishing at the bevel of the bezel. Say that 3 times fast, as well as on the sides of the bracelet links, as well as at the connection point of the bracelet. We have a polish, two-tone with that brushing. Very beautiful. Great first impression here. What do you think? Let's finish this unboxing. Pull out our manual. This is module 5664. Pretty typical stuff. No branding for the Edifice on the manual. 1-year warranty. Unboxing complete. All right, let's tidy up the desk and see if we can adjust our camera to get a closer look at this watch. The Edifice line from Casio is supposed to be more of a luxurious or pro-level watch, more premium feeling, more premium construction and materials. The Edifice sub-brand from Casio has been around since 2000, I believe. As we see, a nice signed buckle system, 4-step micro adjust. Some very cool details there with that side polishing and brushed top plate. Beautiful polishing on the stamped hinge plates of our clasp. That is a locking dual button clasp. As we get some more of the protective film off of this bracelet, overall the fit and finish feels excellent. All right, I think we got all the protective film off of this watch, and just look at the details here. Plenty of polish mixed in with satin brushed finish. This is a typical Casio push pin linked system, so should be pretty easy to adjust. Simple link removal tool to push out the friction pin and adjust to taste. This should fit a wide range of wrists from about 6 1/4 to up to 8 inches, I believe. So first impressions of this watch are, it looks amazing. It looks a lot like the Tissot PRX series of watches, but arguably there's more details here with the bezel and the polishing. It looks less plain to me than the Tissot. Looking at some of the specs, this is a quartz-driven watch, date only, stainless steel case, of course, sapphire crystal we mentioned, 100-meter water resistance, a push-pull crown, so no screw-down crown. The case width is unique. It's got some crown guards and a case guard, giving you a 45-millimeter wingspan there. Case thickness, very low profile, 8.5-millimeter, lug-to-lug, 47.5-millimeter. I'm happy I love the bracelet so much because the lug width is 12 millimeters, kind of proprietary. So you're not going to be switching out a lot of other bracelets. That could be a downside to the watch. The width of the bracelet does taper 24 down to 18 millimeter. In spite of the taper, it is not lightweight. This watch is 133 grams or 4.6 ounces. You do have a screw down case back, so if you need to get to that battery that lasts around 3 years, it's easy to do. And we did mention the 1-year warranty from Casio. All right, there's some of our fun facts and specs out of the way. Let's get a closer look at the watch face. And of course, it's a 3-hand analog watch. We've got our framed date window there and our beautiful blue seconds hand that is in great alignment with the chapter ring, which I always do appreciate. And let me tell you, this watch is a lot of fun to look at. You would think it's just a simple analog watch with a pretty plain colorway, but that's stainless with the brushing and polishing sequence, along with the beautiful dial that has some of the same brushing that follows the grain of the bezel and the case and the band. There's a lot of details here the further you look. And love the dial, love the chapter ring, Love the minute markers with their beveling and their brushing, polishing combinations. You have the printed Edifice logo at the top portion of the dial with Casio just below. At the bottom, we're calling out the sapphire and the water resistant of 100 meter. Great dial, great looking watch face. All right, Quartz analog watch. Pretty simple to set. We mentioned the push-pull crown. It's a two-step crown. You pull it out to the first step and you're going to be able to adjust your date. And of course, our 5mm knurled signed crown, very easy to actuate, very responsive with our date movement. And of course, your second and most outward step will be your time setting mode. And as you might suspect, we do have a hacking second hand, so you can really pinpoint the time. This module should keep accuracy within 20 seconds plus or minus per month. So more Casio dependability and reliability and accuracy as expected. And sometimes we just need to shut up and just let the watch do the talking. And I just can't take my eyes off of this gorgeous dial. And it's so simple yet so interesting. I'm way more impressed than I thought I would be. And this watch, dare I say, could hold its own against any Seiko or Citizen, a couple of my other favorite brands that I have seen. And this thing, you can dress this thing up. It's business, it's sporty, it's a lot of things. Use cases are, if you're a professional, if you're a student, if you're just going to work as a daily driver, this is a great looking watch that you can dress up or sport up. It could be something you could do a lot of activities in a professional setting, school, like I said, or you could really dress it up. I see this watch going a lot of places, and I'm very impressed. Wow. Let's do some quick side-by-side comparisons just to give you some sizing perspectives. Let's bring in our Casio Duro. This is a world-famous diver that is a wonderful watch for the money, probably one of the best watches you can buy. Just want to give you some perspective there with the case height and thickness. Two very different formats here. You have the 200-meter water resistance of a diver with the Duro, and then you've got the refinement and elegance and classiness of this Edifice. This could very well be a great two-watch collection if you're strictly into analog watches or you know somebody who is. This would be a great combination right here. Of course, with Casios and for the price points, you can get more than a two-watch collection with this brand, which is why I love it so much. Well done. All right, let's bring in a smaller watch. This is our Q Timex. This is our reissue. This is a 38mm. Another Quartz analog. This is a day date. And a nice low profile watch. Do have quite a dome on that acrylic crystal, but just want to give you some different size perspectives there. How's our Timex look? I will say this, the acrylic crystal is so low glare compared to this sapphire that has no AR coating on it with our Edifice. You can definitely see you've got a really nice viewing angle, but some wonderful distortion when you look at it from the side with that lovely acrylic dome. Two different watches, but arguably one of my favorite Timex watches. And lastly, let's do one last sizing comparison as we take off our A168 Casio. 37.5mm width on the case. This is definitely a smaller watch, but an awesome digital watch. And man, this could very well be the ultimate two-watch collection right here. This is covering a lot of ground with just these two. And the best of a lot of worlds here with the Casio lineup. Just giving you some size perspectives and comparisons. But like I always say, I love them all. And it's hard to choose, and it's great to have an option when it comes to what you put on your wrist. And with just these two watches right here, you could have a two-watch collection for well under $120, which is just amazing. And these are two incredible watches. And this A168 is just amazing. If you are a big fan of Lume, this may be a shortcoming because the only Lume that's been applied to this watch is at the hour and minute hands Not a lot to see here. Quick light test comparison here. And you guessed it, there's not a lot to see. If you are looking for a lot of lume, this may be a deal breaker for you. I don't mind because of the use case of this watch, but I wanted to point that out for sure. All right, finally, let's get this watch sized up and on the wrist so we can wrap up this video. And since we're taking our bracelet apart, let's go ahead and take a look at this case back. We have our Edifice and Casio branding, as well as sapphire crystal being called out among the other vitals that is stamped into the screw down case back. And not to mention the beautiful polishing at the perimeter where the tool notches are. Just another fine example of the quality, design, and detail that's gone into the watch. Through the magic of YouTube, I've pulled 5 links out of this bracelet, and we're down to 114 grams, or just over 4 ounces. So we did take a little bit of weight out of this to fit my 6 3/4 inch wrists. Not a lightweight watch by any means. But now for the moment of truth, let's go ahead and get this on wrists. And very comfortable, very nice fit. Love the 4-step micro adjust. You can really dial it in. And it feels luxurious, it feels premium, and it looks amazing. The lug to lug is definitely not small. It's going to span a lot of real estate. 47.5 lug to lug, as we said. This may be something that sizes some folks out of it, but it's comfortable. It feels right, and I love it. You can definitely dress this watch up or wear it in a more casual setting. It's very versatile. This watch should definitely check a lot of boxes for a lot of folks, and I highly recommend it. The only drawbacks may be, again, if you're looking for a lot of lume, you're not going to see it. If you're looking to switch out or upgrade the bracelet or strap options, you're not going to have it with that limited lug width of 12 millimeter. That aside, everything else about this watch is brilliant, and I can't wait to get more of the Edifice lineup into my collection. I still can't believe I waited this long to get one. Well, there you have it, folks. Please let me know your thoughts. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.